Learn to beat the casino.
Hey, what's up everybody? How you guys doing? We're going to go ahead and start a session here. Let me go ahead and clear this board. We're going to get into a new session. I was just playing just now. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and play a tutorial for you guys today. All right, we're going to play at the $100 level. All right, so we're going to go ahead and play player. Okay, we're going to start with a loss. We're going to stay with player and go 200. Okay, we're going to lose 2 in a row. So we'll take a quick look at the board. All right, so we'll go with player again for 200. Okay, woo, we're off to a really bad start. So we lost 3 straight ones in a row. We're going to take this one off. Okay, banker's on a roll. Banker's still winning. Wow. There it goes. All right, there's a switch right there. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go 200 on player. Okay, we're going to go 400 on player. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and press the 400. So that's going to be 800. Okay, so we're using 400 of our own money, and we're using the 400 that we just won. There we go. Okay, so we're up $500 now. So basically what I did was I kind of just took advantage in a scenario where you had such a dominant banker performance that, you know, I just felt confident that we would get either 1 or 2 wins with the player side. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead now, and I'm going to focus on, in this particular scenario here, because we are a little early in the shoe here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually play the second banker here. I'm going to play the second banker. So we're going to wait and see if banker can win here. All right, so there's a banker win. So we'll go 100 on banker. We'll play the second banker. Okay, there we go. It worked. All right, good. So we're up $5.95. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take this one off. Okay, that's a tie. All right, so banker wins again. Okay, no problem. We'll chill. All right, so player won. It switched over. Okay, so we'll chill out. Okay, so banker won. All right, let's go ahead and attack banker for 100. And we got the win. All right, so we're up $690. All right. All right, so somebody think in their mind, why did I choose to do the second banker here? I chose to do it here and here, and we were successful 2 times. So because of that, it generated us $200 of profit. And just because of the fact that I recognized that it seems to kind of be starting off on a banker shoe. Now, it's way too early to tell when you're at the very beginning. Sometimes it can be very misleading just because, you know, you see this big run here doesn't mean it's going to be a banker shoe. I've seen that happen, and then it's the dominant of player. But when you have when you get to this point here where it broke and it went back to banker, that's like saying, okay, you're going to have some consistency with banker here. So we're going to go ahead and continue to attack banker instead of player. So we're going to chill out and see what happens. Okay, so banker wins again. Okay, so we have a player win. We have another player win. 3 player wins in a row. And there's a banker win. Okay? All right. So we're going to go ahead and focus on trying to get a banker win. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play cautiously. Instead of 100, if I'm on a $25 or $50 minimum table, I'll slap 50 bucks on banker. And that's exactly the reason why. Okay? It gives you one extra loss. And there you go. So you got your $50. Our goal was to get another 50 bucks, and we did. So we lost 50 and we won 100. So we got our money back and went up 50. So we're already at $735, okay? So we're going to go ahead and attack the second banker. Now our profit was $50, right? So we're going to make it 100. So we're going to use 50 of our own money and use 50 of the profit. Okay, we're going to lose. So it's like we lost $50. So it's no big deal. So we had a chance to take 150 from the casino. So it's no big deal. Didn't work out, and we'll just keep continuing what we're doing. Okay, so player wins. Player wins. Player wins. Player wins. Now let's take a look at what's going on. So now, do you see what I mean? Just because this starts off with banker doesn't mean it's going to be a banker shoe. It doesn't mean that. I always teach you guys not to do your bet here when you're in the front here. Wherever you are in the shoe, I don't want you looking back to see what player did before. That's a mistake. You don't want to do that. Okay? So we're in a good situation here to just chill out and see how often player can win. Okay, we'll let player keep winning as long as it wants to. All right, so we have a switch. All right, so we'll go ahead and attack banker for 50. Okay, that's a tie. All right, and we got that $50 back. So what are we going to do? Do we want to stay with banker? No. We just wanted that first initial banker win. We're going to go back to chilling. Okay, banker wins again. Okay, that's a tie. Whoa, that would be $5,000. That's a 7-7 blazing 7 three-way card. Wow. That $25 just made you $5,000. Okay, so banker gets the win. So we'll keep letting banker win, and then we'll focus with player. Okay, so player gets the win. All right? All right. Now, do we have consistency with player? Yes. Do we have consistency with banker? Yes. I mean, you literally have a 19-17 board. So you really, really have a great thing. Now, what strategy, if you guys are looking at this, what strategy would be the best strategy to play? You guys can answer that in the comments, okay? So I know what it is, but we're going to go ahead and just chill out here for a second, and we're going to wait for banker to win. Okay, banker gets its win. We'll make our move for 50 bucks on the second banker. We'll take the loss. We'll go to 100. And we're going to get back-to-back losses, okay? So what we're going to do now, we're going to just chill, accept the loss, and wait for banker to win. Banker gets the win. Okay, so we're going to try it again, but we're going to bump it up to a $100 start. And we're going to lose, unfortunately, 1-0. Okay, we're going to try it again for 200. Okay, so we're on a big losing streak, and banker's kind of letting us down. So we're going to wait for banker to win again. Okay, that's a tie. Banker's going to get the win. All right, so we're going to go 300 on banker. And we're going to get the win, okay? So we lost a little bit of our profits doing that because we got in a little bit of a losing streak there. That can happen. That's why I teach you guys that when you get up, I want you to leave. I want you to always leave as soon as you get up a decent amount of money. Okay, if you got to save your money and build a bankroll, and you can't do that by not taking money home. Okay, we're going to wait for banker to win. Okay, banker got the win. And I still feel confident that banker's going to get its share of victories, okay? So we're going to go 100 on banker. Okay, we're going to lose. Let's go 200 on banker. And we're going to get the win. So that's great. We got back $100, all right? And we'll go ahead and we're going to use the same, actually, we're going to just stick to what we're doing. Now, again, I already know what I would be playing here. I would be playing actually something different. So you guys are going to have to get that training to figure out how to recognize boards and stuff like that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just chill. Okay, banker gets the win. All right, so let's go ahead and attack banker for 50. Okay, that's a tie. You always hate to see the 9, right? Okay, let's go 100. We'll stay with the chop here. Okay, and we're going to get the win. All right, so we're at 632. Okay, this would be the second banker. So let's try to do this. Okay, we got $652 profit, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, instead of starting with 50, I'm going to go 100. Oh, there's that lovely 9 again, right? Okay, we'll chill out. Okay, banker gets the win. All right, let's go ahead 100 on banker. We're going to get the win. All right. All right, so let's go ahead now and go for, hold on, let me see something. Yeah, we'll just chill out. Okay. Okay. All right, so there's a banker win. And we are up 647. So let's go 100 on the second banker. 99. Look at that. We'll repeat it. Hate to see an 8. Okay, so we're going to chill out until banker wins. Okay, there's a banker win. Let's go 200. Nope. Let's go 100. Okay, we got 100 back. Let's go another 100. Nope. Let's go another 100. Okay, what we got going on here with player? Okay, let's wait. Poor banker. Wow, we got finished that shoe. Poor banker can't even win with a a 9. All right, here we go. All right, now we got a new shoe, but we're going to go ahead and go for it here. We're going to go 500 on the second banker, and we got the win. All right, so we got a new shoe now. Okay, we're going to go 50. Okay, let's go 100. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's take this one off. Okay, banker. All right, we're going to go 300 here. We got it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go. We've got an equal amount going on here. All right, we're going to go with player, and we're going to just keep riding player until we win with player. Okay, we win with player. Okay, 952. Okay, we're going to take this one off. Player wins again. Okay, banker wins. Okay, we're going to take this one off. Player wins. Player wins. Banker wins. Player wins. And player wins. Let's take a look. Okay. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go and play with banker for 300. We're going to get the win. Okay, we're at 1,237. Okay, we're going to take this off. Banker wins. Player wins. Player wins. Banker wins. Banker wins. Bankers won 3 in a row. 4 in a row. And then it fails. Okay, let's see what kind of opportunity we have here. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to take this one off. Okay, that's a tie. And banker gets the win. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to definitely go with player here until player wins. There we go. That was an easy one. $1,337. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take this one off. I'll fill you in on what I'm doing. Okay, all right, so let's take a look. So what I'm basically doing is I'm looking, I understand what the board's doing, and I know exactly what would be the best system to do for this particular type of board. I mean, this is just a cash cow board. So if you can't make money with this type of board, there's a serious problem. So what I would do in this particular case, what I'm evaluating here, instead of telling you, hey, this is the system that I would be playing right here, what the training does, and now if you guys that bought the training but you never bought the switch, you probably want to get the switch because the switch is designed for you to just focus on the 25% of the shoe, and then you constantly are modifying it as you're going along. So the switch will help you with that. Now, in this particular case, what I'm looking to do right here is I'm looking for the consistency of both sides. So I'm going to attack. I'm waiting for one side to get a little bit of momentum going where the other side is not, and then I come in on the other side. That's basically what I'm doing, because the math right now in the consistency is showing a merge between both sides. So you see what I mean? Like you have player coming a little bit here. So we'll take this one off because we still need to be cautious of a player run. It hasn't happened yet, but there you go. There's your player run right there. Okay. Most of you guys are looking back and say, oh, well, it's going to be banker. And it doesn't work like that. You can't really look back. You always got to just focus more on the overall of what the board is doing and how you can beat it. How you can beat it based on what the board is doing, where you say, well, I'm not going to have to win every single one, but if I can just win 1 out of 3, I should be able to make money. Okay, so we're going to take this one off for sure. Okay, so there it is. There's that player run that I just warned you about. That's the reason why we did not bet. We're allowing a side to do its thing. We're looking for consistency. And then as soon as the board is not showing consistency, if you get no consistency over these next 25, then our whole concept of what we're doing is going to change. We're going to take it off. Okay, so there's your banker win. Okay, there is your banker win. Now what we want to see here is we want to see a player win. Okay, we want to see player win again here. Okay, player won again. Okay, so that's our opportunity where we saved ourselves a loss. Okay, now we're going to say, hey, we feel that banker's been too consistent to just go completely empty. Now, it doesn't mean that player can't go on a run on this particular moment. We're just going to take a chance within the next 3 bets. Okay, we're not going to go broke or anything like that. We are up $1,300. So we're in the driver's seat right now. We can take the money if we want to. We're going to just go with banker. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do it at $50 because we're in profit. Okay, and there we go. Okay, I could have went more, but I'm protecting my profits. Okay, so once again, I saw what the board was doing and I was able to change. Now, of course, in the, when you're doing and playing, you're going to have 3 strategies that comes with the training. Okay, so you are able to recognize and use those strategies accordingly, and that's what the switch does. Is it goes from a 25% section from here to here and says, hey, you need to be able to identify what this is doing and which of the 3 strategies is going to be the best based on what it's doing, and then you start it here. If you're struggling, then what you're going to do is you're going to be able to switch to one of the other strategies, because each one of those strategies are built separate, completely different, which is done on purpose. Because if you're struggling, you got to be able to change what you're doing in order to start winning. So that's the whole concept of the game. So overall, very, very simple board and stuff like that. We had some sections on the first board that we struggled a little bit, but overall I'm very happy about our performance and we did pretty good. So anyway, guys, I think Baccarat is overall really simple game. Now I do want to remind you, it's a totally different situation when you're playing based on what the training teaches you. It's way safer. You're only playing in key triggers. You're not playing every single hand. But in my free tutorials, I do show you that we are successful playing every single hand. So, just from the experience, I can win no matter whether I come in right away or whatever. It doesn't really matter. If you say, hey, you got to play every hand, I still am going to win. But if you allow me to play the way that I play in my Baccarat training, man, you got to be very patient, but it's almost it's really difficult to lose. Like, you're going to lose once in a while, but you should be able to win 9 out of 10 sessions. So I think you'll definitely increase your percentage of wins for sure. Okay, guys. Anyway, I'll process your orders as they come in. Takes about 20 minutes. Every once, I'm going to be around a lot this weekend and stuff. So go ahead and, knock yourself out, and I'll process your orders quickly. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys on the next one.